And with the first overall pick in the NFL draft for 2023, the Carolina Panthers select Mason Smith.
I wanted to interrupt with your mom, but Josh, welcome to Embracing the Sports.
I'm Ben.
Matt.
And I'm Brad.
And like Joshua said, welcome to Embracing the Sports.
New show for us.
New show.
Exactly. Very new show for us. This show is probably going to come out before Embracing the Chaos.
Probably will.
So
all depends on if I get my shit together.
Yeah, well, But basically, the important thing for you guys to know is we have started separating our Embracing the Chaos and our Sports Talk, because Sports Talk was basically half of our shows before, and a lot of people just weren't as interested. So now, any of the sports people that want to watch this can sit down and just talk about sports. Just listen to sports. They don't have to listen to a bunch of bullshit that they don't care about. We can just talk about sports.
This is strictly for the sports fans. We're doing it for you.
Exactly.
Yep.
And we'll probably mainly talk about the NFL, but we're not going to start with that, whatever. But the NFL is the main thing that all of us follow, So we'll probably talk about that. But there's NBA stuff that we all want to talk about. There's F1 stuff that Brad wants to talk about. I'm a big. Nope. Go ahead.
I was gonna say we got college basketball we could talk about. That's
true. With it being March,
tournaments getting ready. Getting ready.
With it being March, we'll talk about that.
Is today Selection Sunday as of we're filming this, or is it next week?
Yes, it is. I'm gonna look it up. See if it's.
Yeah, I was gonna say look it up and make sure, but I think you're right.
I think today, as we're filming this, might be Selection Sunday, because I think the tournament starts on Thursday.
Yeah,
I think, or it could be next week.
Because the Big Ten
in a half an hour.
Yeah.
So today is Selection Sunday. Happy Selection Sunday, sports fans.
The Big Ten tournament's been going on for the last few days.
Well, it's finishing up in 30 seconds.
There you go.
Yeah.
See? So where are we at?
Purdue is going to be the winner of the Big Ten tournament.
Damn.
As we expected.
Right. I'm so scared because all of my coworkers are IU fans, which means I'm going to hear it on Monday.
Go Drew Brees.
But yeah, so Selection Sunday, big news, NCAA tournament coming up. I guess we can talk about our way too early predictions for what schools could come out on top.
Tennessee, I'm not saying Tennessee's going to win, but Tennessee's going to be a Sweet 16 team at least.
I thought you were about to say Tennessee will be in the Final Four.
I thought about saying that. No, we're going Sweet 16.
I mean, if you guys want a hot take, I don't think an Indiana team is going to make it out of the Sweet 16.
I would agree with
IU
that.
and Purdue have been way too high variance this season to make it beyond that.
Fair. I think, as much as it pains me to say this, I think Alabama is Elite 8.
Roll Tide.
Probably.
I could see that, though. I just don't know. I don't know if I have, I'm going to fill out a bracket, and I guess I'll just determine it off the bracket. But I don't know if I have, I don't know if I have an overall front runner for who's my tournament winner.
I don't know. At the beginning of the season, it was Tennessee for me. I was like, man, fuck, woohoo! No, probably not. Probably not.
I was like, dude, at the start of the year, I was like, man, Kansas is probably going to come back since they won it last year. I'm like, Kansas is going to come out hot, and then they had a pretty rocky start to the year. But now they're starting to get hot again. So now I'm like, bro, is Kansas going to make another run this year? I don't know if they'll go all the way, but I'm thinking Kansas might be Elite 8 again this year.
Probably. I would say at least Elite 8. NC State could do something. They're usually pretty decent.
They've been making a little bit of noise this year too, so they could go on a run.
Yep.
You know who I like? The Cinderella story, the Peacocks. Them St. Peter's Peacocks.
Dude, listen, Doug's not doing it again. All right,
dude. If St. Peter's goes on another run, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Listen, there's one Cinderella story in your lifetime, and Doug was it last year. All right,
dude,
Doug's not doing it again.
What's that? The greatest
TCU's year to shine this year.
Okay, but TCU tried in the football, college football.
Did you see what
That's
happened
what
in the
I'm
national
saying.
championship game?
Did they try
Whenever-
in the football?
Well, they were there.
They didn't right. Yeah,
I was
they
gonna
didn't
say,
try.
They showed up.
They were there,
They were there physically.
dude. To be fair, okay, can we be honest about college football? I don't care about losses. The two teams that should have been in were Alabama and Tennessee.
That would have been a hell of a championship game. It really would have been.
Not necessarily in the championship, but like they should have been in the playoff. Because
That's why I'm
you
ready
can't-
for the playoff to expand, because
Yeah,
both
because-
those teams would have made it in if it expanded.
exactly. You
I'm ready
should.
for these horny frogs to make it deep in the playoffs.
All right. Well,
No,
but you should have put Alabama. Absolutely should have been in, and because Tennessee beat Alabama, Tennessee should
Damn
have
it.
been in. You know,
that was
Bama
just
shouldn't have made it in. Bama did not look good this year in terms
Bama
of relative.
looked better- that's fair.
that
but
was just
Bama-
just another opportunity for Mason to bring up that Tennessee beat Bama in football this year.
Yeah, it
That's
was.
all that
it
was.
really was, though.
That's all that was.
Hey, that was my Super Bowl, baby. I'm ordering my whatever Tennessee jersey I end up getting soon. I just don't know what it is. Because if I get Hendon Hooker, it's weird because he's not a Tennessee. He doesn't play for Tennessee anymore. He's in the draft. Jalen Hyatt isn't Tennessee anymore. I want to get someone who's going to be there. So
Just look at their roster for next year.
Well,
I'm sure.
but college football is so weird to get to get
So why
a
don't
jersey
just
for.
number?
Like, I could just get a 16 and just get a Manning jersey.
I was
but
gonna say, like, go with the 16 home team jersey on.
I could.
Oh my
I mean,
gosh! Singing every word to the fight song.
No, it's actually the one Morgan Wallen song. Why can't I think of what it's called?
Had me by halftime.
Had Me by Halftime. It's one of my favorites.
He obviously didn't know that was the next couple lyrics.
I'm like, it's the last line of the chorus.
He said the next couple lyrics.
Yeah,
All I had was
16 home team jersey on.
So much for his favorite song.
Well, you know what, Ben? How about you shut the fuck up and go suck a dick?
You know, that would have been a good question about
I got respectable.
whatever. But we're all so there's four of us here who are actively listening to Morgan Wallen. There's one who's actively trying not to.
No, I'm allowed to listen to it on YouTube because it only has to not show up in my Spotify.
You're
Which-
a bitch.
I'm really scared though, because that new Luke Combs song, the tattoo on a sunburn,
Yep.
that acoustic version kills. And
Oh,
I am
yeah,
so
dude.
scared.
Yes,
I'm
it does.
so scared when the actual song drops that it's
It's
going
gonna
to
be
make my
song,
it's gonna be
man.
deadly, dude. When the
Dude,
when
wait,
the
the
good
studio
news is
version
there's
drops,
so
it's gonna be deadly.
There's so
I
many
think-
good songs that are coming out right now that I have other songs that are probably going to make it outside my top 5.
So I think that next week when 5 Leaf Clover drops, that's a really good song, man. I think
It is.
You might
That's
have
a good one too.
You might have trouble with that one. That one's a good song.
I think we should also clarify. I don't know if we've talked about this on Embracing the Chaos, but I have a bet with Matt right now where I bet him that I wouldn't have a country song that's not named Whiskey Glasses in my top 5 for Spotify at the end of the year. And loser has to buy a jersey. Matt has to buy a cheaper jersey, has to buy an AUDL jersey, where if I lose, I have to buy a Cole Kmet jersey. And I
That's right, baby.
don't want to do that. So,
Hey, that's Notre Dame, baby. Represent.
oh god, even worse.
Dude,
Man,
all I'm saying is though, Brad's making a strong argument. Tattoo on a sunburn is going to be hard to beat, though.
It's a good song.
good song, man.
It's really good.
We
Hey,
should put odds down on whether or not Matt's going to buy his first NFL jersey before he loses a bet between Brad. Because
Or
he's
he loses
still
fantasy
on his
again.
NFL jersey from last year.
Yeah, don't bet money on that.
Matt's gonna have like a queue of
You will
jerseys
lose your
he needs
money.
to buy.
So,
Really, Matt? Because you kind of have to have money in order to buy it.
That's
so
what I'm
bets-
saying.
I feel like bets fall into sports because sports betting.
Mhm.
Me and Brad also have a bet going on right
Yeah,
now.
we
that
do.
I don't think the rest of you guys know about this one yet.
No, Matt knows
Is this
about
the
it.
Matt
Is this
knows
the
about
guitar
it.
bet?
This is the guitar bet.
Oh yeah, I know about this.
So me and Brad made a bet with Jordan. It's all three of us. We have a year from last weekend to practice and get good at acoustic guitar. And whoever is the worst, because Matt's going to be the judge, whoever is the worst out of the three of us has to buy the other two a fifth of Jack Daniels.
I thought it was we were going to celebrate the three of us, and the loser has to buy a handle.
Sure, maybe that's what it is. But
I think that's what it is.
Okay.
And we should also mention that it's relative, because I've got a lot of experience with bass, so I have a little bit more of an advantage with it.
Yeah.
So
and like I played acoustic guitar when I was like 7 years old, maybe, but I stopped for a while, and I'm just now picking it back up. So I'm 23, going on 24. No, wait, how old am I?
You're 24.
You're 24.
What's my age again?
Oh God, I'm 24, going on 25.
Yeah, because you're supposed to get young again once you hit 25.
I told hey,
you're
when I
getting
said
closer
that,
and closer to the reset,
shit,
buddy.
I said that shit last night, and my dad was like, "Well, I kind of reset at 25," and I was like, "Boom!"
Mason's just inching closer and closer to the reset every day.
That was all the affirmation he needed.
That's all I needed, because I am like I'm the smallest. I'm the smaller version of my dad. That's it, basically. So if he reset at 25, that means I'm going at 25, and we're good. I'm golden. We're good.
So
All
to get back on the sports talk.
Sports.
Sports.
I was gonna
NBA.
say,
NBA. We're rounding out on the NBA. I have a question about the Pacers. So Pacers are like one of those fringe teams. Would you, just as you guys, because I don't know how I feel, would you rather see the Pacers have a play-in game, or not make it to a play-in game and be trying to tank right now?
Coming from a Bulls fan, not make play-in.
Fuck you. Whatever.
Coming from
Honestly,
a Bulls fan,
I hope the
not
Bulls
make the
don't
play-in.
either. But
No, I don't want the Bulls to make the play-in, because we're sitting in 12th right now,
the Pacers
and
are
I kind
very
of don't want
young,
to make it.
and they can use another star coming from the lottery.
Okay, so I have a thought about that, but we'll get there after we finish this question.
That's all I gotta say.
Personally, I can't really go either way about it, just because the only thing I really watch about the NBA is just whatever I place bets on, because I guess I'll say I was more
But
of
imagine you bet that the Pacers were going to make the playoffs. What would you like?
You're right. At that point, I would be watching a little bit more. I'd be keeping an eye on who all do we have? Tyrese, we've got Buddy Hield.
Yeah, you got Buddy Hield. You got Ben Mathurin, who just got hurt. There's that other good kid. Fuck, he's another rookie, and he's another bench player, but he's fucking good, man. Shit. What's his name?
So, I mean, yeah, it'd be nice to tank to grab another good player, but at the same time, like, you're right. If I ended up placing a bet, like saying they're going to make the playoffs, but what are they at? 31 and 37?
Yep.
No. And where are they at? They're still outside 10 in Chicago.
No, but still, I mean,
they're only a game and a half back. That's easy to make up.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's very easy.
Especially with so Washington is right above them, and then Chicago is right above them, and both those teams are streaky at best. They'll win a couple games, and they'll lose a couple games. Like, it's a very close race to get into the play-in tournament.
It'll be interesting to see who's there when the season ends. Who's going to sneak into that play-in tournament?
I'm way more excited about the Pacers than I am about the Colts.
Well, yeah.
Come on.
That's
But
a
The Pacers at least make it fun to watch, man.
The Colts have so much room to, like, that they need to improve before they, like, start making that playoff contender spot again.
I'm not
Pacers-
at this point with the Colts. I'm not expecting a playoff spot until
Exactly.
2,
the
maybe 3 years.
have the talent and the players to have the potential of making it and being at least interesting to watch.
So, Bradley, you're the only one who hasn't answered yet before I go on my tangent about this. But I want to hear what you have to say.
All right. So, as someone who lives in Indy and as someone who hears about the hype with Pacers, I don't care.
Okay, well, fuck you, I guess.
So
Riley, do you care about any of these sports, to be honest?
So, no, I don't care about basketball. We were talking about this before we started recording. Matt made a comment about the Pistons overall record. I think it's 15 and 53 is what? Was that right?
15 and 53.
And I told him, I don't care if it's 15 and 53 or if those numbers are reversed. I'm still not watching the Pistons. But the pace, from what I've heard, Pacers are mediocrity defined every single year.
Know about that. That's
they always
usually
have hype.
Okay.
He's not wrong.
You're not wrong. Hype, usually,
and they always have a little bit of hype and then disappoint.
This year, I don't think you can call it disappointment this year because it's so young. Everybody's so young, man.
Right,
Joshua, hold on.
So I would actually say give them a little bit of playoff taste because they're going to screw it up in the draft, and then they're going to still be mediocre. So
okay,
I'd rather see.
So you say get them in the
playoff game.
Okay.
Give the young guys something new. Why not?
Or you go into the lottery this year, get another good young guy, and then next year do the same thing. I don't know. I'm not. I don't pay attention to college basketball enough.
But even the guys. Okay, so here's the thing. Even the guys that don't pay attention to college basketball, if there's a guy that you should go get, you know who it is. Last year,
I know there's one person that everyone wants, but he's a 7'3" guy, skinny as fuck. He's injured all the time.
Is it that IU guy?
Year, no, Victor Wembanyama.
Last year for me it was Ben Mathurin, and we ended up getting Ben Mathurin. There's a guy whose name pops up, and you're like, "Fuck, we need to go get that guy," and we did last year.
The only people that I know of going into this year's draft, Victor Wembanyama, guaranteed number one. Even if he gets injured all the time, he's probably will be because he's what 7 foot, just a couple 100 pounds. He has no meat to him, so he's gonna get injured just like all the other over 7 footers.
Just like Bryce Young.
Yeah, because he's 7 foot, right?
Shut the fuck up and get the fuck out.
No, just like Bobo, Manupal, Kristaps, all those tall, skinny guys. They get Yao Ming, they get injured, and their career is not great. But he's still gonna go number one because he's a fucking beast when he isn't injured. So you got Victor, you got Scoot Henderson. I know you got a pair of brothers. I forgot what their names were, but there's a couple good people, but they're gonna go top 10. And the Pacers, unless they straight start tanking now, and it's obvious, which won't be allowed. But if they straight tanking, they're not gonna get any of the top guys, unless there's a sleeper out there.
Sure. Okay, Joshua, go ahead.
Thank you. So,
fuck you.
This is where I want to go with all of this too. So, this is gonna make me sound like a really fake fan and everything, and it's gonna make me sound really bad to an extent of being a fan of I'll say being a fan of hockey, basketball, baseball, whatever, but not football because I can truly say that I am through and through a football fan. The issue with the other sports and where they go is the fact of how long their seasons are. I cannot I can't keep up with everything. I can't watch everything. Same thing with college basketball. At least they have a shorter season and everything. But at the same time, for me, it doesn't really matter until you make it to the playoffs. If you tell me the Penguins aren't making it to the playoffs, I'm not going to bother watching their regular season games. If you tell me as all Pirate seasons are because they suck ass, they're not going to make it to the playoffs.
At least you acknowledged it.
You tell me the Pirates are going to make it to the playoffs, I will start watching those baseball games. But it's just not worth my time to, especially since they're not televised. I'm in Indiana. I can't exactly watch Pittsburgh games. I can't watch all those games.
No,
That's your problem for being a Pittsburgh fan.
I get that.
Okay,
Indiana.
Chicago sucks just as bad as.
How are the Blackhawks doing?
One.
I'm not saying
Dude,
how
maybe-
bad they're doing. I'm just saying it's his fault for watching Pittsburgh in Indiana.
Okay,
You don't get access.
But
Shove Detroit over there.
here's the thing. Okay,
I was going to say, Brad, you have no room to talk being a Detroit fan, bud.
So all
Hey, Wings beat the Blackhawks. That's all I'm saying.
look at it
Okay.
this way. Okay,
Hawks also
so
suck this year.
Hey, Matt,
Josh,
shut the fuck up.
how often do you watch football or not football, basketball, baseball, or hockey in general? Like how often?
In general, it'd have to be like probably weekends if that's
Okay.
the case.
All right. So then
Right now on my YouTube TV.
if you put it if you
If
put it
it's even-
into NFL standards, I know for damn sure the Colts are not going to the playoffs next year.
Right.
I'm gonna watch every fucking Colts game next year that
But
I can.
that's what I'm saying about football season is there's only one game every single week, so it's
Exactly.
worth watching.
That,
Where-
and it's only on 3 days of the week.
Yeah.
It's not every night or
Exactly.
every other night.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whereas hockey, baseball, basketball, they have 3-4 games, maybe even 5 sometimes
Right.
every single week. Like I'm not.
And that leads me that whole thing leads me to something else that I'm going to ask later when we get to NFL talk, because there's something I want to talk about, but I don't want to bring it up now.
Well, and as you can tell, like at least I'm invested enough to, if the Steelers aren't on and I don't want to watch Chicago and I don't want to watch Indy and they're actually on the TV, I will go through the troubles of finding whatever on my computer and throwing it on the TV.
I will watch NFL games that I don't give a shit about. Like Thursday Night Football comes on and it's
Pink Bowl City.
it's fucking Texans versus Arizona. Fuck it, I'll watch it.
Well, and it'd be an even bigger difference because we actually play fantasy football too.
Well, but like even then, I didn't really have anybody on either of those teams. I'll fucking watch it. I don't give a shit, man. I just like football.
I mainly watch it if I end up placing a bet, but we'll not.
Okay, but here's so going back to the whole Pacers thing where we started this question at.
Yeah.
I think that the Pacers should keep going, get to a play-in. Next year, trade for Paul George.
Bring him back.
Bring him back.
That's it.
Bring him back because
see it.
that's he's like the last thing we need. Okay, he like if we get Paul George, Tyrese Halliburton, Ben Mathurin, Buddy Hield, and I can't remember Nemhard. That's his name. We get those 5, dude. We're fucking set. We have a bench.
That's a monster starting 5 right there.
We have a really good bench. Like, dude, if we get those 5 and then everybody else that's on the team now, you
just need some bigs. I mean, you got Miles Turner, but you also you need another big.
We do. That you have a good point there. But if we get Paul George back, I would feel very comfortable betting on the Pacers.
Dude, Josh brought up the Pirates earlier and how he was like, yeah, well, they're never good. Man, maybe this is the year. McCutcheon's back. That's gotta be something.
You mean
Who else can you name on their fucking roster?
Besides McCutcheon, nobody.
Ryan Reynolds, baby?
Who?
Oh yeah, Brian Reynolds. My bad. I forgot about Brian Reynolds.
Ryan
O'Neal
Reynolds
Cruz too. That's
Daddy.
about it. So you got 3 people you can name on your team.
David Castillo?
Getting Deadpool on your team is an instant
Diego
win.
Castillo.
That's what I'm saying.
Except it's not Ryan, it's Brian.
I said Brian. You
I
jackass.
know,
I know, but Brad was saying Deadpool, and I'm like,
I was
but it's
making a
not
tacky
Ryan,
joke.
it's Brian.
That's why I yelled Ryan Reynolds, Daddy. I was making the same joke, just way less brought down.
Blatant.
I don't know, man. Maybe this is the Pirates' year. Maybe they come out of nowhere and shock everybody.
The Pirates here to come in 4th place this time, not 5th.
I'm here for it.
I can see it. As long as the Reds finish in last, man. That's all I care about.
Somewhere else. Yeah.
So
Do we have anything else to talk about baseball, though?
I was gonna say, I think
right
we
after
gotta get going.
Yeah.
The Cubs, they did last year.
The Yankees are the Yankees.
Fuck the Yankees.
Fuck
As
you.
we're
The Yankees.
half hour and I'm on a recording, so
Are you a
Yeah,
Yankees fan?
what's that now?
Which one?
Is Mason a Yankees fan?
Yeah. Yes, he
Did you
is.
Oh,
Did I ever know
It
that?
is?
I don't
Dude,
think you
I
knew
didn't know
that.
he was
Yes, you
that
did.
much of a bandwagon. Let's go.
It's not a bandwagon. My grandpa's a Yankees fan.
Oh.
My grandpa's a Yankees fan.
And my second cousin's a Tigers fan. So what?
Your second cousin, not the dad of your mother.
You don't fuck her, do you?
I'm sorry.
I'm
We're
sorry.
in Alabama,
I'm sorry.
are we?
Am I supposed to
No.
cheer for the? Am I supposed to cheer for the Indy Indians? The fucking not even Major League
The
Baseball.
Guardians.
Okay. The
talking
Indianapolis
about the
Indians are
Indianapolis.
hysterically fun to watch.
They are,
Actually,
because
they're really.
You know
fun.
what's hysterical about the Indy Indians? They're partners with the Pittsburgh fucking Penguins.
Right, baby.
Pittsburgh Pirates.
They're a minor league team.
Oh my god.
So
I don't know, man.
if it comes to like minor league baseball and you have a chance, go watch Single A. Okay, I'm getting echo. Is someone else hearing this?
I do hear it.
Yeah. I'm
I
hearing
think it's
echo all
gay.
over the place.
The only person who'd be echoing is Josh. So
No, I think it's me. Look,
is it you?
I think we're good now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Ben.
Oh, I hear it a little bit.
Yeah, me too.
All right, let's not just ruin 30 minutes of footage. Just
Okay, let's keep going.
Yeah.
Fuck it,
So
whatever.
Single A baseball is hysterical to watch. Like you will see things you wouldn't expect in high school. It's so fun. I went to it was like Cedar Rapid Cornhuskers, which that just makes way too much sense as a team name. And going to watch them play, I saw dropped flies. I saw missed like throws to first. It was
Fuck you. You
great.
sound like when I play softball.
We need to go to Savannah Bananas game.
That's what I want to
Coming
do.
to Indy,
I wanna
dude.
see
I'd
the
be so
Savannah
hyped for it.
Bananas.
So my club plays softball at Daymar Services, and Daymar specializes in taking care of special needs children. Okay, that's like what they do. So we play against their team. All right, and I play shortstop, and I fucking miss every fucking. I miss every fucking thing that happens. I fuck it up.
and they're like, "This is the special needs child we need."
I'm the special needs child. They are so good and they are so nice. You talk to any of them, they are so nice and they'll fucking kick my ass. Does not matter. They're really good, man. There's a handful of them that still are getting the hang of it, but dude, they are so
you're one of
good. I am one of them. My uncle made fun of me because I didn't know how to swing a bat. I swung and I hit it, but he was like, "Mason, how many years have you played baseball?" I said 1, and he said, "I can tell."
Oh man.
You weren't able to yell yard, were you?
No, I nailed it though. I got to first. Didn't matter.
Dude, that would be what happened. Mason would hit like a dribbler up the infield, and he would just say "Yard!" as he's running to first base.
I feel like a triple in wiffle ball.
Shit.
That's
Okay.
all I know about your endeavors.
Do we have anything else that's not football?
We can ignore the F1 stuff. Although
No,
it did,
You can talk. It probably won't take that long because
I was gonna say-
how many of us are gonna? So go ahead.
there's nothing really crazy that happened in F1. Red Bull's still Red Bull and absolutely dominating. Aston Martin's actually good this year. The only funny thing, I had someone tell me who I looked like, and I'll show you guys the picture afterwards. But
Okay.
I got sent a picture comparison of me and Charles Leclerc with disappointed faces on our selves, and it is so similar that I'm actually going to go as him as for Halloween this year.
Nice. There you go.
That'll be pretty entertaining.
And then the only thing that I've got that's not something you guys are going to talk about is King of the Baggers. So, motorcycle racing, there's different classes for motorcycle racing. The baggers is big bikes, okay? It's like, guys who have big, hard saddlebags, and they jack those bitches up and they race them. One Indian had their fucking bagger go 182 miles per hour.
Yeah.
Well, that's fast.
Nuts.
It's really impressive.
The fastest I've gone on my Harley is, and I don't have a bagger, is like 115, 120. This fastest
on
I've
a closed circuit, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. You would never do that on the main
Down
road.
in Mexico, right?
Never. But then Harley, they had two Screaming Eagle guys. Both engines blew up.
Ooh,
Whoa.
that's fun.
So needless to say, I had this decision way before this, but on my next bike, when I buy a bagger, I'm buying an Indian.
There you go.
I haven't
All right.
picked out. I know what color. I know what year. I know everything. I know what I want.
I'm going to go to the bathroom.
All right.
I'll be right back. Go ahead and ask the question because I know what it's about, and I'm too ashamed to talk about it. I'm
All right.
really sad.
So
I can't handle it.
it's NFL time. NFL time.
Also, real quick
wait.
before it's NFL time, I was at the gym, I think it was yesterday, and I thought about something because it was on TV. Shut the fuck up. And so while it was on TV, I started to think about a Trump question to beat all of our people who, not like actual Donald Trump. I just mean like a question.
A question to Trump.
I was say we are not bringing politics into the show.
This is
No, it's like euchre. There's the Trumps, so you're trumping. Yeah, okay,
Yes.
I get you. Okay,
So a question to trump all of those people that think, I'm looking at two in particular, who call this sport.
I didn't say anything.
No, not you.
Okay.
A statement to clear up that it's not bags and that it is cornhole, is that it is the American Cornhole League, and that they actually play real cornhole, and it's not the American Bags League. So I just want to make that clear because y'all are jackasses, and you just wanted to like redefine what you're holding and then what you do with it. Whenever in
folding. You know when to hold them and you know when to fold them.
So
I'm not even mad at that comment. I'm just loving fucking Mason's whole reaction. I was just losing my mind because there was 30 seconds of Mason just doing this.
So just to clear it up and just to make sure you guys know where your place is, it's in the trash because that's what you are.
I just want somebody to gif Mason doing this. That's all.
You're the
I want.
editor. What the fuck do you mean you want somebody to do it? You're the editor.
That's the new gift that gets thrown around. But anyway, all right, NFL time.
Okay, NFL time. So, big thing. I alluded to it at the beginning of the thing with my intro. The Carolina Panthers traded their first this year, their first next year, their second this year, and their second next year, and DJ Moore to go up to number 1 this year with the Chicago Bears.
That's right, baby.
I thought it was a third this year and second next year.
No,
I'll
it's 2 firsts, 2 seconds.
I thought it was 2 first, 2 seconds.
I'll clarify. It's a first and second this year. It's a first next year, a second in 2025, and DJ Moore.
Okay, that's what it was. Okay.
All for the first overall pick. So, any Carolina Panthers people watching this, thank you.
Sorry, Olivia. I love you. You're going to end up with the fucking quarterback I want, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. Also, I do want to say this and make this clear because I hate people who continue to make the whole judgment of how to trade down in the draft and how to strategize that, because I hate the people who just kept saying the Bears should trade down to 2 to the Texans and also grab
Or
2-12, the second round this year, a first round next year. Number one, that's too much. Number
That's too
two,
much.
the Texans didn't need to go up to 1 just to grab the guy they wanted, because unless you're really worried that the Bears are going to get your guy, the Texans aren't the Bears weren't going to grab a quarterback that you wanted.
Nope.
The only thing with the Texans trading up would be if Indy traded up and they wanted the same guy they wanted, or
Yes.
but
So-
other than that,
I'm going to disagree real quick.
Okay.
Because it's absolutely hysterical to see those mock drafts where it's oh yeah, the Bears get 4 first-round picks in the next
that's
draft.
bullshit.
It's
Fuck-
hilarious.
I already knew that shit wasn't gonna happen. Fuck that.
So that's my other thing is whenever you're trading down and everything, not everybody's going to give you their first round next year and be
Right.
you can have all 32 picks in the first
Right.
round next year. Nobody's going to continue to let you do that because yes, GMs can be really stupid, but GMs also strategize for their team and everything.
Right.
The
And
reason
that's
the Panthers gave away all that they did was because they were going up from 9. I think they could have easily ended up giving away their 2 first and 1 of those seconds and still easily gotten the first overall.
I think so. If it was me being the Panthers GM, I would have given up the 2 firsts, and the 2 seconds, but I would not have given up a wide receiver. I would have given up Brian Burns. And you guys think that I'm nuts for that, but this is an offensive league.
But I would not have given up 2 of my top guys because he is such a good defensive player.
He is. He's great. I get it. I definitely get that. But at the end of the day, you trade up to 1, you get the quarterback you want. Who's he throwing to?
But my thing is, Brian Burns probably could have gone for the first overall, and that's it.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
That should have been if you're giving away Brian Burns, that's the trade.
He's really good. You definitely. So the trade definitely would have had to be just because of the way that trades work in the NFL. It would have been your first for my first and Brian Burns, and then maybe something else, but it wouldn't have been a second.
Yes.
But if I'm giving away a player, it is not my number 1 wide receiver.
Yeah.
Because I traded up to get a quarterback.
Yeah. And that's fair. I would have never given away DJ Moore. You've got a 2 guy there. Terrace Marshall isn't DJ Moore, but that's the point. Terrace Marshall isn't your number 1 guy.
Right.
You don't want to do that. You might be confident that you can grab a couple guys in free agency. You might be confident that you can get this and that. But there's just way too much value in that package for 1 pick.
I get it's the number 1 pick, but there's no Burrow, there's no Lawrence in this draft. Bryce Young's too small. CJ Stroud isn't special enough.
One, even if you feel like
What about
Stroud
AR-15?
is your Burrow, even if you feel like Young is your Burrow or any of these other quarterbacks, they're not going to develop if you don't have DJ Moore.
Exactly.
You can give an arm and a leg
But
to have your quarterback.
Or you get
You're not
Stetson
gonna
Bennett.
have that arm without a number 1.
But here's the thing with that. So Carolina gives up the number 1 receiver. Cool. All right.
Okay.
The Bears are getting a good I don't think DJ Moore is on the same level as these guys. But this is just examples of what's happening.
But let's compare them. Let's just compare them.
Year 3 of all these guys' careers. Josh Allen got Stephon Diggs.
Okay.
Okay. This was even just year 2. Joe Burrow got Jamar Chase.
Yep. And they have their past chemistry.
Jalen
that in
Hurts,
mind.
AJ Brown.
So that
You
helps.
and Tyreek.
Yep. Jalen Hurts got AJ Brown in year 3.
Well, and for that matter, Devontae Smith was already a bona fide superstar.
And like Ben just said, Tua and Tyreek.
Yep. Tua and Tyreek.
So
So you're saying you just
Justin-
gave Justin Fields DJ Moore?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Justin has if they have to figure out the O-line.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna draft now. We have to now.
But if they don't, that you cannot say Justin's the guy. You can't say Justin's not
No.
the guy.
No,
Yeah.
it all comes down to the offensive line.
You
at the end
have
of
to
the
have
day.
an O-line that can
That-
stay there and not make him run for his life.
The offensive line is fucking atrocious, and that's what's
But-
been making or breaking the damn team for the last couple of years.
I also like the addition because the past couple years you've been having all of these random guys, and I'm not calling Darnell random, and I'm not calling Chase random. I'm just saying they're random guys that shouldn't be in spots.
I mean,
Because
what
you're having Chase run these deep routes that he shouldn't be running. You're having
Chase
Darnell
is a
run deep routes.
Chase is a slot guy. He
Yeah.
shouldn't be running
Yeah.
deep routes.
No, Darnell is your slot guy. Darnell is running those really quick speed routes. You've got Chase who can run any of them, and Darnell and DJ will help balance that out.
Well, then, I mean, again, it's great having those guys, and having DJ obviously is huge, but it doesn't mean jack shit if Justin doesn't have time to throw the damn ball.
But here's
Like,
the thing with
Justin's
that.
gotta the Bears got to build a line, man. I've been
They
saying
do.
it. Anybody here can attest, because I've been saying it for the last fucking 4 years. The Bears never draft linemen, and we wonder why the line
Right.
fucking
Well,
blows.
I was going to say, now you have 4 picks in the first 2 rounds to do exactly that.
Yes.
Well, that's what we have to do. We got to
And-
draft linemen.
I don't know. If I'm a Bears fan right now, I'm ecstatic. The Packers are looking to get rid of Aaron Rodgers. The Lions are kind of in stall contract negotiations with Jamal Williams, which I think the Lions honestly have probably the best situation outside of the Bears right now.
I love the Lions right now. The Lions are going to be.
The Lions look great, dude. The
Right,
Lions
but
are in a great spot.
I agree, but with
bet the Lions as that division champion next year. Like I'm
It'll
not.
be the-
I wouldn't be surprised.
Honestly,
though.
I'm
be
not
the
afraid.
Vikings
I'm
or the
not afraid
Lions.
to make that bet. Like that. That's
Here's the
It'll
thing.
be the
Dan.
Vikings or the Lions next year. I agree.
I don't know if
don't
it's
think
going to
so.
be the Vikings with the moves that they're making. They
Yeah,
better
they
be.
cut-
so.
taking care of
The reports that I've read. The Vikings, they're fucking selling everything.
Yeah,
The
they
only
released
thing- everyone.
Thielen. They cut
Thielen's
their
gone.
star linebacker.
They cut
Kendrick's
Thielen. They
gone.
cut Kendricks. They're looking to cut Harrison Smith.
There's a rumor Dalvin Cook might be gone.
Dalvin Cook's
I
probably
would-
getting traded.
I kind of hope
So-
that Dalvin Cook is gone. Dalvin is not doing productive things, and
And that's what we talked about earlier in the group chat, man. Running
Yeah.
backs are not a premium thing anymore, man. You just
And if-
draft someone who's good, and that's it. You don't worry about it.
Well,
Yeah.
think about this one real quick. We know Jamal's been on the Packers. He's been on the Lions. Vikings next?
He could.
He's
I mean,
cheaper.
he really could.
I guarantee he's cheaper than Dalvin Cook.
Oh, he will.
Oh
be.
yeah, he
and
will
he's
be.
going to be so much better. Like Jamal, I love Jamal. Jamal is my
Jamal
big
is,
target because he's such a good power back. Like
yeah. Jamal Williams is he's a power back. He is, even if you don't have him as your down to down back, you have him as your red zone back, and he's
And he's going to get it in.
gonna get in, man.
The Lions had a 50% red zone rate.
Exactly. He broke the record last year for most rushing touchdowns by a Lion. He had 17. Barry Sanders, and we all know Barry Sanders is that dude, man.
He is. Barry's one of my favorites.
He
I don't know.
broke.
I think
he broke
Barry's
the record.
pretty overrated, if you ask me.
All right, fuck you. Who do you have to compete?
I'm more of an Emmitt Smith fan.
Ah,
Okay, to be fair, I probably
I love Emmett too. Emmett was awesome.
To be fair, Emmett Smith's probably better than Barry Sanders.
But Barry's still my guy though. Barry and Walter.
Guys, like I don't think I'd go either way with that. I think both of them are really great running backs. I would even take both of those guys over most running backs nowadays too. So, like let's settle it there because I am not getting into this whole Emmett and Barry debate because I did not live in that time. We don't see that same offense, defense that they ran back then. So it's not a debate that I'm willing to have in that aspect. I'm ready to improve the Steelers. I'm ready to look at the draft, the free agency, and I was really hoping free agency started on Monday, but just looking at it starting Wednesday, I'm so pissed. Yeah. I saw Wednesday.
I thought it was Tuesday.
It's the league, the free agency market opens Wednesday when the new league year starts.
I was gonna say maybe the
new league year starts 15th, which is Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's when that's what I was looking forward to, man. I'm just looking forward to Wednesday because with $96 million in cap space to play with, the free agency market's going to be a real fun time. I'm looking forward to the free agency market.
You can go get an offensive line.
Oh, yeah. Of the free agency market.
It's now 70-something.
I was going to say, you guys go after that Titans tackle.
Because of DJ. You're right.
Taylor, baby.
Taylor Lewan's going to be on the market for sure.
Yeah. He'll be on his podcast, though. He's really interested in the Chiefs.
But he's interested in the Bengals too.
Taylor's gonna go where the money is.
He's gonna go where he gets
paid.
Okay, but
money's in Chicago.
The money's in Chicago, and Chicago is a big market team. Man, Chicago, like you guys may not be the best team, but you're a big market.
We're a nationwide team. That's for damn sure.
Indy is a small market team, and we fucking suck. Okay?
Hey, but somehow you guys still do something every year. I don't know what it is.
We always get a new quarterback. So.
Hey, hopefully this next guy is going to be around for a couple of years.
Hey, if it's AR-15, he will be.
So actually, here's an interesting question for. Let's ask. I want to ask Mason this. So let's say, obviously, all the signs are that this is not going to happen. Tom Brady signs with the Colts for 1 year. Could you physically root for him?
Well, that is a good question.
Can
you root for Tom Brady if he was a Colt?
He comes back out of retirement to go
join the Colts.
I've thought about.
I think Mason just becomes a Bills fan through and through.
I've actually thought about this a lot. So apparently, 2020, the year that Phillip Rivers was our quarterback, we said, "Fuck you, Tom Brady. We're signing Phillip Rivers because Tom Brady wanted to come here." Tom Brady won a Super Bowl that year. So if Tom Brady wants to come here, who am I to say no? That dude wins Super Bowls.
Well, that was married Tom Brady. This is divorced Tom Brady.
Divorced Tom Brady is even better because he fucking says, I don't give a shit about nothing. He doesn't give a shit about nothing but winning. So let's fucking win.
What about that kitty that he just
win?
He's got the cat that he has to take care of now. He doesn't have time for football.
Fuck that bitch.
Not the kids, just a cat.
Fuck that bitch.
Wait, hold on.
Some breaking news real quick. So I've been looking at the college basketball bracket. IU got a 4 seed.
Woo!
They're playing Kent State in the first round.
Ooh.
No matching.
I was gonna say, let's go.
We're gonna win it all. Action over here, baby.
Wait. Did Purdue land a 1 seed?
They had to.
I don't know. I haven't seen anything yet. I'm just blown away that IU got a 4.
There's a lot of talk that Purdue's going to land a 1 seed. Just
I don't think they get the 1, but I think that they get 1, 2, or 3.
I think they get 1.
I think they probably get 2. They'll probably.
I think they get 1.
I don't know, man. It's tough to be a Big
Let me-
Ten
let-
school and get
Let me
one.
let me circle back to Mason talking about if Tom Brady wanted to come here.
I'll say I think that they will be number one specifically because they just won the Big Ten tournament and
That's fair.
they are and they were just ranked number 5 in the nation.
I have it
Yeah.
up on TV
See,
now.
but being ranked number 5, I think that they get 2 or 3.
Because they also were dominant the first half, and then the second half they kind of fall off.
Okay,
So you get 2 or 3. I
But
feel
still
like
think
that's
they go out
fair.
and get one. I still feel like
I
they're gonna.
don't know, man.
I still think the committee's gonna give them one. There's no way.
Oh
Anyways.
shit!
I think college.
Hey,
We're live
boards are
now, so
fucked,
I'll
so-
keep you guys updated.
Hey
wait,
guys,
Matt,
breaking news. The number 1 seed of the Midwest region has just been announced.
Yep.
The Houston Cougars are your
Yeah,
number 1
that's not
seed in the
surprising.
Midwest.
they were the
Alright,
1 seed overall.
alright.
They were the 1 seed, yeah.
So
that-
Purdue's probably a
Wow.
2 then.
So
Bama's
Purdue will be
out.
a 2.
Yep.
Purdue will be
They're-
a 2 then
They're
probably.
in the West right now. Kansas is 1.
Okay.
So keep going. I'll keep you guys updated. I got it up on TV now.
dope.
Bet. All right, so with Houston being 1, I'm gonna guess Purdue's a 2. If I was a betting man.
So what other football topics happened? Jalen Ramsey to the Dolphins.
Jalen
That
Ramsey.
hurts me as a Lions fan because with how injury prone Okuda's been, I think we need to get rid of him.
Okay, that's.
Oh, well-
I don't think you get rid of him because he is when he's healthy, he's elite.
He is, but that can
But how
be
many
trade
games
value.
has he played?
But it's
How many
when,
games has Okuda played in though?
And especially with
Less
how
than
bad our
10.
secondary generally is, we need someone who's going to be healthy.
Like he's been in the league for what, 2 years now, 3 years now? I swear he's played in less than 10 games.
Mason.
I could be wrong, but he has not played in a lot of games.
I mean, especially with how many great cornerbacks are projected in this draft. I think Okuda trading him now would make a lot of sense. Personally,
I feel like great is subject to opinion.
okay, there's at least multiple corners that could be taken in the first round.
Okay, Christian Gonzalez.
Yep.
Devin Witherspoon.
Yep. Porter.
I think the Lions take Witherspoon.
Joey Porter.
Jr.
Okay, so I like Joey Porter Jr. I like him a lot.
But
Do we not think he's riding on name?
He might be. He could be, but
He could
he's
be.
still gonna go in the first round. And the Lions have
That's
an
why the-
18th pick.
That's why the Steelers are taking him, man. The Steelers love the family aspect.
He's gonna go in the first round. I know he's probably gonna go. The question is, how good is this corner class? Because Keely Ringo, I think, should go to the Colts at 35 because of his athleticism.
So
But
what
I don't know, man.
what stops the Lions from overextending on something on the first round pick for a,
But
for a corner?
but which corner? Which corner and which pick?
I am
I
really
think they take Witherspoon at 6.
Witherspoon at 6. I think Gonzalez at 6.
I think you're not losing if you take either one of those two guys at 6.
Yeah.
But you're lucky if Joey Porter falls to 18. Because the
Yeah.
issue is the Steelers are right in front, and I don't want the Steelers to take Joey Porter. As much as I think he's riding on name 2. I think that because his dad is still coaching on the Steelers and everything, that I just find an issue in it. I think that he's good corner.
Mm-hmm.
But number one, you're playing in Big Ten. I don't think Penn State is like a super great. I understand you're 100% and not allowing touchdowns in the red zone or whatever that is, but I don't care.
Okay, but to be fair, the last guy that did that was Sauce Gardner, and
Yeah, Sauce is pretty.
Sauce is pretty
good.
fucking good. So
Okay, where was Sauce? Was in Cincinnati. That's right.
yeah,
In Cincinnati, I classify I don't know. I just
Sauce is pretty fucking good, man.
Sauce is
There are
pretty damn
guys-
good, dude.
I want to say that I hope that Joey Porter goes just a little bit sooner than the Steelers. That way I can't complain if he doesn't make it to us, and we can still get another guy that we like.
That's
like there was plenty of talent in this class that I will be sufficed if we get. So I don't know. There's so much in the air of who has great potential and who actually does something with it. So I don't know. I'm really skeptical. I am losing.
So
okay.
You guys keep going. I gotta pee.
But yeah, and losing Brian Flores too, like it hurts us a lot. And like, yes, Brian Flores was primarily like linebackers as a specialty, but he's a good ass defensive coordinator. So that's why I don't hate the Vikings cutting Eric Kendricks, cutting Harrison Smith. Like, they are doing what Brian Flores needs them to do. Because they're getting old. That defense isn't going to do anything else. Like, Daniil Hunter is going to end up being gone here soon because he's getting older. But they need Daniil Hunter on that line. But I think he's in his last year on his contract this upcoming year. So I'm not like super concerned about that.
Yeah. So first and foremost, the Vikings really overachieved this year. I think no one would disagree with that. Yep. You know, you look at the scores that they had and how many game-winning field goals they had. Yeah. That's essentially a coin flip.
They were the only team to make a playoffs with a negative point differential.
Yeah. So I think the Vikings really are going to struggle this year. I would actually, if there was a bet on it, I would be willing to bet. Say again?
What'd you say? What was the term you used? The what? What'd you say the Vikings will do?
They were the only team who.
Okay, I thought he said like struggled. Something. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, they really struggled, and I would be willing to wager, especially now the Packers are too bad. I would say the Vikings are probably going to be third in the division. I think it's going to be between the Bears and Lions.
No,
the Bears are going to be shit this year again too, dude.
I don't think so.
The Vikings get that worse. That's my
issue. I think they will.
I think they get worse, but not that worse.
This is what I'm going with, specifically because of Brian Flores. Brian Flores is a great defensive coach. Him being on the Steelers, yes, we sucked in the first half of the season, but we went undefeated within the last 5 games, which is saying something with the rookie quarterback, with the wide receivers we have. Like, this was all after we traded Chase Claypool, who was like, I mean, we got a second rounder for him. Like, I feel really confident in that trade because, like, with the talent he showed afterwards, he is not worth a second round. But we got it. I love it. I am happy with it. So Brian Flores is a great defensive coach. The Vikings will not be third in the division. I will give you second because I feel really, like I said, I feel confident that the Lions can win. I don't want to say that because I love the Vikings. I love Kirk Cousins. I love Justin Jefferson. But that defense is just not going to do it. But their offensive line is going to do something in order to help Kirk Cousins. They have the weapons. Brian Flores is going to help that team. So
I got 2 things for that. Okay, one's kind of off topic. Number 1, Ben, I see you with your whiskey. I see you pouring out the rest of that.
Yeah,
I just want to say I respect that.
Finish this whole thing in 2 days. So
attaboy.
That's how
I'm just really.
That's how it is around here, over in Ohio.
And then, secondly, come on, Josh. Let's be real here. You don't love them, or you don't love them. No. You don't love them. You like that.
You like that. That was good.
I hate that you built that up so much.
No, that was good. He didn't even have to do a lot to build it up either. That was
I was gonna say I had to do
something. Coming live from Selection Sunday, Purdue is number 1 overall in the East region.
Really?
Wow.
Okay.
Going
All right,
against
so then-
Southeast Missouri State or Howard, whoever wins that game.
So I
And-
would,
It's the one seed.
Columbus, Ohio. So I'm going to that game. I wish. No Manchester because I don't have money, but I wish.
So
I
Purdue
would be
does
willing
end
to
up
bet
winning
they're
the
the
one
first.
seed.
I bet they're
Yeah,
the
but
first
they're-
one seed to get eliminated.
But
100%.
they're in the
Probably.
East region, which ranking is very weird in the March Madness.
Sure.
So I'll keep you guys updated on everything else, but nothing else seems very surprising. So keep
But
going.
Brad, what was the update on what you were saying?
Oh no, I was just trying to make the joke with that.
Okay. I thought there
Yeah,
was some more.
no, I don't disagree with what you said. I do think the Bears are going to sign someone that's going to make us decide later. That's like, well, the Bears are going to put in something. And with how bad the Vikings were with their point differential and how close all their games were, I think especially with their two cuts, especially Thielen, because taking away Thielen for Jamar Jefferson, like he's a great running or wide receiver, no doubt. But you need that wide receiver too to take some of that pressure. Because if you have
KJ Osborne is a good number 2.
I don't think he's going to be as good as
KJ
Thielen.
Osborne's a lot better than Adam Thielen. And don't get me wrong, I love Adam Thielen. Adam Thielen was doing his job the past 3-4 years. Like he has been a great number 2 wide receiver. It's time for a younger guy. I don't like that they got rid of him, but like you said the other day, Adam Thielen was going to be a cap issue for them.
Oh, yeah.
So they took care of that issue and shipped him on out. So KJ Osborne is their number 2. And like I said, I hate to say it, but Adam Thielen, it's what they had to do.
This is for Mason. The Vols ranked number 4 in the East region.
Okay.
Just so you know.
Doubles, baby.
The Vols
who
are
are they
the fourth. I like the
Hey,
Vols. I like the
just-
Vols of the.
I just switched the screen, so give me a sec. I have to go.
Okay.
I like the Vols of the
They
fourth.
are
seed,
going
though. That's-
against the 13th seed Louisiana Raging Cajuns.
We can
Wow.
Fuck 'em up. We'll fuck 'em up.
baby.
Fuck 'em up. We're fine.
The
Dude,
Vols.
number
are
five,
upset.
So in the East
Duke.
region, number 5 Duke is going
The
to
Crawdads.
Oral Roberts,
Ah.
and I forgot what the other seeds were, but
Wait, Duke got a 5 seed.
Duke got 5 seed going against Oral Roberts.
Wasn't
Number
Duke
8.
really shitty at the start? Duke wasn't
the
even
start.
ranked at the start of the year.
At the
Duke-
start, they were.
Jesus. Okay.
Number 8 Memphis is going against Florida Atlantic.
That'll be a tough game.
If it's going like it should, UNC will be the first preseason number 1 overall team to miss
To
the
not- to
college
not
playoff.
make it. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh wow,
Let's see.
really?
Kentucky looks like it's here. Kansas State is here. Stop showing the reaction. Let me just see what the fucking. Okay, number 6 Kentucky is going against 11 Providence. Number
Go
3
fuck 'em up.
Kansas State is going against. We don't know yet. Number 14. 14 is Montana State.
Montana.
Dude,
So-
future home of the Montana Moo-Moos.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, yeah, baby.
I doubt UNC is going to be here, but we'll see if UNC is here.
The
Dude, I don't think
Look,
they're not
UNC. I don't
They're
think
not
UNC makes it, man. I don't
feel
think they
like
make it in.
Michigan State is number 7.
Oh,
I feel like,
okay. They're gonna get
feel like-
bounced, but
I feel like
Okay.
the Muncie Flamingos is going to happen before the
It will.
Montana Moo-Moos.
I
so
agree.
so keeping on topic with the football stuff, is there any really other big things?
Geno Smith, Daniel Jones.
Fuck Daniel Jones getting
Oh my
that
God.
Daniel
shit.
Jones.
There we
Daniel
go, baby.
Daniel Jones is not worth $40 million a year. He's worth like 35
he's
at
not.
most.
Danny Dimes more like Danny Millions, baby.
Fuck that guy. 15 touchdowns. 15 passing touchdowns.
Gets you $40 million.
Gets you $40 million. dude.
There's another
You
thing.
mean Vanilla Vic.
Well, Lamar Jackson with
Anyways.
the non-exclusive.
Yeah.
Lamar
Do you think-
Jackson.
Is
I
someone
don't
going to
think
take him?
Lamar plays. I don't think Lamar plays for the Ravens.
My
I
favorite
think something
Okay,
happens.
so that's where I was going. That was something that I was going to bring up. Actually, was Lamar. So
Go ahead.
no, nope.
My favorite thing right now going off of Brad and obviously going into Lamar talk and everything, is the fact that everybody does not want to trade for Lamar. Like, I do think that it's funny that nobody wants him, but I don't want him either. Like, I
don't want him either.
Yeah, like there's just a lot of factors to him that I think he doesn't bring to an offense. And I could be wrong. Like, obviously, he's taken the Ravens to the playoffs several times since he's entered the league, and he has done a good job with adding to that Ravens offense. But he's not much without Marquise. He's not much if Mark Andrews is injured. He's not much if all of his running backs are injured. There is an issue within that offense, and they just aren't getting shit done.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, my worry is that we're all thinking of Lamar with Greg Roman as his offensive coordinator. Okay. So Greg Roman is a run-oriented guy. Okay, which is fine. Being run-oriented is fine. Makes sense. You set up the run to set up the pass. I get it. But when all you do is run, it's tough.
But my other thing with running is if you have a run offense, a run-heavy offense, there is a way to execute it. And they could, with the running backs that they have, in a triple option offense. And I love the triple option offense, but they don't do it.
There is, and you're absolutely right. There is a way to do it, but how threatened are you by Devin Duvernay as your number one receiver?
I'm not, but that's what I'm not. They don't have any receivers.
So you have the option to do a triple option.
What about Rashad Bateman?
But you don't. Okay, he's hurt.
He's always hurt.
He's hurt.
I know. So
you have Devin Duvernay as your number one guy. You don't have a triple option because it's like, well, fuck, you're gonna run it or you're gonna throw it to nobody who can fucking catch.
Okay, but your triple option, you've got J.K. Dobbins and Gus. Gus is still there, right?
Yeah, Gus Edwards. Yeah. No, I get it because they did the triple option in 2019 when he won the MVP because they had him, they had RG3, and they had who was there? Was it Gus?
You're right.
It might have been Gus.
I think it was either JK or it was Gus. And JK might have been new.
Whoever it was, they had a triple Heisman.
Yes,
because
that's
he
right.
won the Heisman, RG3 won the Heisman, and whoever the running back was had a Heisman.
It wasn't Gus then.
It wasn't
I know
Gus.
who you're talking about.
I can't think of who it was though. But either way, we all get the idea.
Yeah.
But here's where I would. It might.
Because JK was Ohio State.
He was. But here's my question with what we're talking about with Lamar. Okay, so basketball in the NBA, they have a standard of guaranteed deals.
Mm-hmm.
Baseball is guaranteed deals.
Mm-hmm.
The big one after that's the NFL. We don't do guaranteed deals.
Well,
there are two quarterbacks who have guaranteed deals. It's Kirk Cousins, who had a cheap guaranteed deal, and then there's Deshaun Watson.
And then you look at those two deals, and I think Kirk Cousins is fine. I don't think he's amazing, but
no, he's not. He's not great. He's decent. He's definitely above average, but he's not elite.
But I'd argue those.
So
I'd argue those two deals are really bad.
The Deshaun Watson one, especially.
Oh, especially, but that's also just the Browns sucking.
That was obvious.
And the talk around that is going that NFL owners are trying to avoid contracts like that.
Yep.
Because it's such a bad deal.
Mm-hmm.
That it's going to tank their franchise.
For sure.
Oh yeah.
If you look back 3 years ago, and you look at the Browns, they were the underdog league or underdog team that the league was rooting for. People were excited with Mayfield. They were excited with how they were playing. They were basically the Lions in 2019.
They were.
And
Except the league never roots for the Lions.
They were rooting for them in 2022.
I was, to be honest.
I was gonna say
I wasn't rooting for them in 2022, but I was rooting for them in 2021 when they beat the Steelers 2 weeks in a row.
I wasn't rooting for the Lions. I was rooting for the underdogs.
The Browns?
Dude, the one time I was really rooting for the Lions was when they knocked the Packers out of the playoffs last year. That made me happy.
That made me happy.
No,
That fulfilled my day.
It didn't make me happy that they knocked the Packers out. It made me unhappy that the Seahawks made it in.
I wish that the Lions made it in, man.
Same.
That was bullshit. If they were gonna script anything, the Lions making it in should have been the way to go.
The Lions would have been so much better. The Seahawks weren't that good. All right, I get the Lions weren't good at defense, but they were like top 5 offense.
I was gonna say,
I'd rather have
the
a
Lions-Niners would have been a great game.
Lions-Niners would have been great. Not even because of defense, but because the offense could have kept up.
Oh yeah,
True.
Okay, but I still like divisional games. Like
no,
Seahawks
I do too. I get it.
Bad,
But the problem with divisional games is when you play somebody 3 times in a row, one is going to figure it out before the other one does.
Yeah.
So the Niners crushed the Seahawks. Same thing with Steelers Browns, 2 years ago. The Browns figured it out.
You completely say that because Buffalo and Miami was a freaking shootout this year.
Okay, it wasn't a shootout.
That was a good game.
It wasn't a shootout. You can't say that. It was a lack of defense. It wasn't a shootout.
I call that a shootout. Like whenever you pass
because Skylar Thompson is not Josh Allen.
Okay, but Skylar Thompson almost became Josh Allen's dad.
He did not become anything. That defense was hurt. The entire Buffalo Bills defense was hurt.
Yeah, I don't care. A win's a win.
And they punted.
They didn't.
If I go to the Super Bowl because of
it doesn't fucking matter because they didn't win anyway.
So I think that's probably a good spot to end up on this.
No, it's not, Brad, because we know that Skylar Thompson is the best quarterback.
Anyway, okay, we'll end it with this. We'll end it with this. Benjamin, who are the Panthers taking at number 1?
Stetson Bennett.
Matthew, who are the Panthers taking at 1?
Bryce Young.
Bradley, who are the Panthers taking at 1?
I think you gave away yours, but I'm gonna go Richardson.
I'm saying Stroud with mine. Joshua.
I'm going Anthony Richardson, baby. He's the guy.
I thought we were going for the memes.
They know the culture.
No. This is a serious talk.
Well, too late. I already gave my answer.
As you heard it here first, the votes are in. Richardson's probably going number 1 according to our votes, but I still say Stroud personally.
I'm still saying Young. Ben's coming out of left field with Stetson Bennett just because I put the idea in his head and now he's not letting it go.
What can you do, man? Sometimes you just take the guy,
Take him.
At the end of the day, that's it. But I'm glad that you all have hung out for the hour and 12, 13 minutes, whatever it is that we've been sitting here talking about sports, because this is exactly why we split shit up, because the sports people will pay attention to sports.
Yep.
So, as we call that, I'm Mason.
I'm Josh.
I'm Ben.
Matt.
I'm Stetson.
And fuck every single one of you.
Good night and get sportsed.
Oh God, that was.
All right, Brad, we're kicking you off.
We're calling it.
You're not next.
Nope, that was the one. That's how we're ending it.